The leadership of the organized labor in Nigeria declined to attend the meeting scheduled Sunday night at the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, convened by the federal government as part of negotiations on the national minimum wage dispute. This, however, did not deter the government, as the meeting was rescheduled for Monday. Expectedly, the meeting was held behind closed doors as the men of the press were not allowed in. The meeting had in attendance the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, and as well the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed. Others present are the President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Ayuba Wabba, the Minister for Budget and National Planning, Udoma, the former Head of Service of the Federation and Chairman of the Tripartite Committee, Amal Pepel, amongst others. After the closed-door meeting, which lasted for almost 12 hours, ended, the Tripartite Committee appears to have found common ground. First to come out of the meeting was the federal government's delegation. Speaking to newsmen, Labour Minister Dr. Chris Ngige did not drop details but noted that agreements have been reached.
Yes, the figures are standing, but you know that the other processes, it has to go through the Economic Council, Council of States, then a government bill, that's an executive bill, will then be transmitted to the National Assembly. They are quite satisfied. We're doing the needful. We've crossed the Rubicon.
Later, the door of the SGF conference room was opened for the news-tasty journalists who rushed into the Labour delegation, who were seated and prepared to address them. Speaking in the course of the briefing, the NLC President, Ayuba Wabba, said Labour had called off the planned strike, noting that the amount agreed on will be made known to the public when it is submitted to the President later Tuesday.
Agreement had been reached and also documents have been signed. Having reached this position and also the fact that the assignment had been concluded, the organized labor also decided that the proposed strike action is hereby suspended. The point is that only one recommendation of one figure will be going to the President. So I think it will be appropriate for us tomorrow to present this report to Mr. President, and the figure will be made public. I think that is what is entailed, because we can't put the horse before the cat before the horse. Thank you.
Also speaking, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, said that Labour and federal government have reached agreement and President has agreed to receive the report, which will be submitted for approval.
Let me put it on record that this committee has worked assiduously over the last 12 months to arrive at the very concrete decisions that were reached this evening, and which the President has graciously accepted to receive the report tomorrow by 4:15 p.m. at the Presidential Villa.
It is, however, hoped that federal government would keep to their own part of the agreement and Labour would not have any reason to call workers out for strike on the matter again. Blessing Omoru, ITV News, Abuja.